¿Qué tal? Bienvenidos a la Embajada de México. En esta ocasión vamos a abordar el tema de integración cultural en un país como Finlandia. Es un tema recurrente entre las personas, hombres y mujeres que inmigran a Finlandia. Por supuesto, es un tema importante para sus familias. Y para abordar el tema vamos a conversar con la señora Elina Hermanen, quien es directora ejecutiva de la ONG Familia, la ONG finlandesa Familia, y le damos para ello la bienvenida. Please be welcome to the Embassy of Mexico in Finland.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation.
You are the executive director of an NGO that does a valuable and very important work on this issue, helping immigrant or bicultural or multicultural families in Finland. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. Exactly.
I am going to start this conversation being very curious about the name of the organization. Is it meant to be in Spanish, Familia, or is it just a coincidence?
I think the name is Familia. It sounds familiar to many languages, and it comes from the family. Because since we are a family organization, and kind of like all people all around the world can join us, so Familia suits our, I think, what we are.
It sounds,
yeah. And our kind of slogan is "Together in the world, yhdessä maailmassa." So
good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like a family.
Now I'm starting to feel as a cultural and language imperialist, that a word in my native language or my native tongue is understood by many, but you're right. It is very generic.
Yeah.
How did the NGO Familia came to be? How did you start your work? Why did you start doing this work?
Well, it was 1988 that Familia was founded by a couple of people who actually were figured out that there wasn't any multicultural or NGOs in Finland that much who would come together like to promote the multiculturalism in Finland. So that's their history. People who wanted that this is important, and we want to try to work on that through NGO. So
all right.
That's the history, and so we are a bit older than 30 years old.
All right.
Yeah.
And for you, is there a personal motivation, if I may ask?
Yeah, well, I'm actually coming from intercultural family. My husband is from Africa, Gambia.
All right.
And we have a 2-year-old daughter together. So
right.
the questions related to integration, multiculturalism, bilingualism or multilingualism, employment of immigrants or anything, very like personally, but also now professionally. So it gives a kind of extra motivation and meaning to the work.
Of course. Thank you for sharing that with us. What are the main tasks of the organization? What are the main issues you deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Well, many things. Well, let me start from the first. We offer Finnish courses. That's one thing, in a way, because unfortunately still we need to, in Finland, you have to have some kind of knowledge of the language. So I think for the well-being of the people living in Finland, we want to offer the Finnish skills as well. But also really important is the peer support that we have for intercultural couples when it comes for mothers, parents, relationships, if you're facing a crisis in your life or divorces, and then also if you just want to come together and share experience that you have faced as in being in a relationship of intercultural, intercultural parent or relationship, but for intercultural youths and kids as well. Then we advise some counsel services that we have for intercultural couples and families, employment, relating to employment as well. We do advocacy and lobbying work for the themes, like I previously mentioned, integration and multiculturalism and racism and discrimination and all those. I'm missing probably a lot in this now, but it's kind of like we're doing a lot in the field because we are a family organization related to the well-being of families living here, basically, yeah.
So that you work at many levels.
Yeah, we work at many levels, yeah.
From the personal, from what I understood, from the personal counseling or particular counsels to particular families or family members, up to the almost a social kind of work.
Yeah.
Do you anything political? Do you talk to parliamentarians or to local governments, or how do you engage with governments?
Well, governments, it's of course depending on the issues that are going on now. Our main focus in our advocacy work is the multilingualism, bilingualism, promoting that and getting the chance to register more than one mother tongue, because families have many mother tongues in their families, and now Finland recognizes only one unofficially. Then now things related to racism and discrimination, we are doing well, but we are connected, and also integration is something that we are focusing on as well. I think those are the three main things now we are doing in our advocacy work.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it harder for women, for example, to integrate than it is for men, or is there no difference?
Good question. From the experience from our area, what I have, I think in a way maybe depends on the educational background, how well you know the Finnish language, how you learn it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so because we have all kinds of like mixed people coming from all over the world, so it depends. I like not facing the same kind of problem like certain the topics that are brought up in Finland, like the immigrant mothers stay at home. I don't think we face that kind of conversation in our NGO.
All right.
We recognize the talk, but in a way it's so
it's very diverse.
Diverse.
I'm sure, depending on the maybe also from the national background, but as you say, the education level. In terms, could you characterize? I don't know. Maybe it's you don't want to disclose this, but the Spanish-speaking families in Finland, binational families, either from Latin America or Spain, or do they face the same kind of issues as, I don't know, families from Asia or from African background?
Well, I think the issues they face are the same when it comes from, for instance, integration or getting employment if they are not. I think there is not a specific type maybe on the Spanish speaking. Yeah, maybe if you don't speak English, you might face more, let me say, difficulties or problems or anything. Yeah, not
makes sense.
Challenges. Yeah.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Do you have certain techniques or methods to address multiculturalism? Do you I don't know, do you have some sort of classes or conferences, or is it a person-to-person talk, or do you represent these people in institution? For example, could you get legal assistance for the individual cases? How do you go about that?
Yeah, well, legal assistance we don't have. We can guide to services or keep like contact these and these. But multiculturalism, in a way, like I want to say that we kind of want to celebrate the diverse backgrounds that people have. Like we have different kind of clubs and events where it's more like celebrating the culture or celebrating the language or that kind of thing. Like in a way, and it's based on volunteering. So if our volunteer wants to do like I don't know, some kind of event in Spanish, or that we can just do it. So that's possible with us. Then in our services, what we have offer, we have people talking Spanish in our work community. So in case you don't know Finnish or English, we can provide also Spanish-speaking person to help, or you know.
That's great for us.
Yeah, in a way we think it's important to have employers that with good language skills that we can offer also other from services other than English. Finnish, yeah.
So it would be English, of course, Spanish, any other languages that you work on?
Well, now French also, and little time it could be arranged in Arabic, but it depends on we have a lot of interns and people on work trials also, so it depends. And Russia is one language as well.
Russia, I would say.
Yeah.
How do you go, the organization, how does it go about the costs, and do you charge for services, or?
Actually, our services are free of charge. Even if you are a member or not, you can join us, you know, to come and have the services. Of course, we would want to people come, our members, since that strengthens our the financial background, of course, but also the meaning if we are a big group of people joining in one. So it makes us stronger if we have more members. But free of charge, and anyone can just come and join.
When you refer to members, is it like the organization? Is it like an association?
Yeah.
And then people join and they support the organization financially?
Yeah, it's like pay the membership fees that have been decided by the general meeting, and
all right.
Yeah, it's only 20 euros with us. So, but but anyone still can, even if you are not a member. We are open to everyone because we want to work for the families and the well-being and the equality of the society. Integration and everything that. So it doesn't. We are not just for our members, but for everyone, for our target group, the intercultural couples and families.
And do you have? I am sure that there must be a lot of volunteer work in the organization. Do you have office hours? How can people contact you?
Well, we have our volunteer coordinator and our officer, 2 people working with our volunteers, and of course can contact them straight. They are contacting if someone wants to come a volunteer or do something in Familia, they will contact soon and they will talk, and we provide with the proper training and give like what is Familia, what we do here, and you know we offer the support training for the volunteering. And the basis of how big we are is actually the volunteering, because if we have many volunteers we can offer more of the well-being and the work for the multicultural families, if I may say.
Is there something that you would like to add that our Spanish speakers could?
Well, well, first of all, I would want to invite everyone to Familia. You're more than we are warmly welcome to us, and I wish we could have more of Spanish-speaking people in our organization. And if you need support with parenthood, relationship, multiculturalism, bilingualism, integration, employment, we are here for you, basically. Also, so I hope you can maybe go through our website, the ones you are watching, and see if there is anything you are interested about, and contact us with really low threshold. So we are there for the people.
Well, thank you very, very much for this interview, for the exchange, and for the, I'm sure that many people will benefit from the work of your organization. Thank you.
Thank you very much.